Yeah. What's up, everybody? It's your boy T-keyZ here. Welcome to the first episode from the Musicians Night, y'all. It's so much going on right now, y'all. People are literally writing their lives away on social media. There's a lot of stuff happening, but we're gonna do what the Bible says, y'all. We are gonna be the salt of the earth, man. We're gonna shift some things. We're gonna change some things. We're gonna change some mindsets. We're gonna change some heart postures tonight, y'all. And I'm excited, man, to have these fellas with me tonight. I don't know what kind of sacrifices they made to be here, but I'm so excited that they have come, man, to assist me with this vision tonight. This my man Mason right here on bass. What's his name right here? That's my boy Gene right there on keys. I don't know if you can see him because Mason. Poke your head out here, yo. That's my guy right there, man. Vincent on the back. Yeah. And on drums is my boy Hakeem. Y'all can't see him, but y'all gonna see him in a minute, though. Y'all gonna see him in a minute, though. Yeah. Woo. Come on. Just rock like this. Come on, come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. I like that. Come on, come on. Come on, just bob your head, y'all. Come on, come on. Just rock, come on. Just rock, come on. Just rock, come on. Just rock, come on. Yeah. Y'all better play. Yeah. Mason, give me some on that bass real quick, y'all. Break it down. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Woo. Yeah. Woo. That's my boy Mason right there. Vincent, give me some more keys, baby. Give me some more. That's my boy Vincent. Gene. Woo, woo. Woo. Yeah. Okay. That's my boy G. Now Hakeem. Hakeem. Hakeem.
No H.
Come on. Oh, it's no H. My bad. It's a king. A king. Woo. A king. A king. Yeah. Give me some. everybody, come on. Woo. 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 Come on. Y'all, we're gonna have a good time tonight, y'all. I'm super excited, man. Yeah. Here we go, break it down. Yeah. Okay, so before we get into it, what is y'all shout rate? Like, what's the BPM for shout music? He said 170, 165, 170 if it's really good. What's your shout bump, G?
166.
Yes, sir.
166. Straight.
What's your shout bump, Akeem?
It'll be between 157 and 160.
157. Can y'all hear him? I can't hear. Oh, y'all can?
Yeah.
I can't.
I
Okay.
hear him.
Okay, I got you. You said
157 dash.
He said dash. I like that.
I'm 150. I'm old school.
150. Yes. 150. Yes, sir. That's the good old Baptist church right there. You can put a little trap in it too if you want to. Yes, sir. I like that, man. But yo, we really here tonight, man, to just really lock in and to really, connect. I think one of the things that we're missing, man, in our church, being at all, I'm assuming that we're all in church, musicians,
Yes, sir.
church musicians. All right. I think, we're lacking, integrity to a degree. It's like, it's always been the big I's and the little U's in church. Who's transposing? Who can play in all 12? You know what I'm saying? All 12 keys. The praise team can't sing. It's just so much stuff that we could really list, man. But this podcast is not about nitpicking and just this ain't that. But I really just want to kind of paint a better picture, man. Like, what are some of your experiences that you've experienced, man, in church, man? And like, what do you think can be a better solution? How we could fix some of these issues, man, in our churches?
Honestly, it's stuff like this, like just getting together.
Yeah.
Just doing sheds, connecting with people, communication. If it's just something as simple as like you meet a new musician or somebody in the choir that's singing, and you're just like, yo, you got a social media page, and just connecting on that. I think it's just like missing connection, and social media itself is like one of the contributing factors.
Social media.
You're always comparing yourself on social media, so it's like a bunch of negativity just compounds to more negativity. So
yeah, I think that's where that comparison piece comes in. That you see something on social media, a whole bunch of debates and stuff. It's just all rooted in comparison. If you really want to be honest, man, and I feel like that kind of robs the joy. Comparison really robs the joy. It robs a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Comparison does. So what about you, my man, Gene? What are some of the things that you experienced? And what could we do better, man? If not church, just musicianship. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Man, and I'm gonna just speak on the musician part because there's too much like fake musicians. They be acting like they like you and they see you and then talk bad about you and behind your back.
Faking, fake love.
So it's like we're in this together.
Yeah.
So if we're in this together, like if there's certain stuff I'm liking, then you should be able to help me. So, but that's pretty much it. Especially coming from another culture. So coming here to America is like taught me a lot. So especially playing for churches, I couldn't shout. I couldn't back up a preacher.
Yeah.
And then there's some other musicians that, were better than me at that time. And then instead of trying to help me out, they were trying to, make fun, talk bad about me. But that's fine. I got it now.
Yeah. So it's pretty much, if I'm, hearing it correctly, it's just the love is
Yes,
what's
yes,
missing.
Yes,
To all of, my followers who've been following me for a while or whatever, I can't say enough that, the word says love thy neighbor as you love yourself. If you don't want, never mind. If you don't want nobody, if you don't want to become a meme, don't meme nobody else.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, again, man, just love your neighbor as you love yourself. However you want to be treated, man. Like my man said, he's coming from another country, and it's a lot of shade been thrown at him, based on where he come from, and I think everything that he just said, man, is all rooted in love. Love thy neighbor, man. If so what, if he don't sound like something, so what if he can't not you, but if you can't play in all 12, so what? Help him out. You know what I'm saying? Like help him out. Like, cause I mean, honestly, this has been like a personal frustration for me. Just seeing all the bashing and stuff like that. But anyway, yo, let me get your take, Akeem. What are some of your experiences, bro? I mean, you got to help a brother out, cause
Okay. I'll say 2 points. As far as a musicianship, kind of piggybacking off of what the young man was speaking right here. He's saying that social media is important. So social media is your resume now. So it's not like how it was growing up, where you can be at the right place at the right time. Or,
wow.
Be in certain situations to where like, oh, this person is late, I can jump on and get an opportunity.
Yeah.
The things that you put out is the things that people will see, and if you want an opportunity,
that's true.
You got to be careful with what you're putting out for the public to see. And the second part would be stages in the game. I'm 28, so I'm probably in status wise, I'm probably just like big bro, just in there. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I might be uncle too, bro.
Yeah, it's coming.
I'm 32, man. This is about to be OG for me.
Yeah. Once I hit 35, I'm at unc status. But at that age though,
yeah,
I'm saying at like 14 and at 15 and stuff like that, it's a reach one, teach one type of situation. To where if I'm at 14, I want the opportunity. I am hungry, but at the same time, I have to be willing to learn and listen to people who are in the seat, or people who have knowledge of the things that they have been through. Also, to the people that's in the older stages, you got to be willing to actually share the knowledge that you've either been through or was given, even if it is not good to share. I'm gonna say that in love, because sometimes some people go through some things where you don't want them to have that situation happen to them. But sometimes experience is your best teacher. Yeah. So you got to go through, those strings of life with it.
Yeah, man. My man, Vince, what's going on, bro?
Well, back in my day, because probably most of y'all wasn't born when I first started playing. And it was sharing the knowledge.
Yes. Yes.
It was cats with. We didn't have YouTube when I was starting.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
So they would hide their cords.
Oh, they would.
Until I learned how to get a tape recorder and put it in my pocket, and I go to the gig. They wouldn't share. And then I knew this one cat, man. He was the best organist. Like, he's still cold, and he taught 2 cats. but he wouldn't teach me. I wasn't part of I was a part of the Chicago suburbs.
Thank you.
I wasn't in the city, so it was a different. I don't know. It took me years to get into the city.
Yeah.
You know, it's for them to respect me. And that to me was like crazy, like that click thing.
That's it. That's where I wanted to go to.
Yeah,
That's yes. Thank you. That's like my big brother right there. I just met him tonight.
Yeah. We still have that today.
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's getting good now. Oh my God, that click. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, you know, I just feel like you don't have to be a part of a clique for God to open doors for you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's what I was talking about, like in the opening, like the big eyes and little U's, that whole clique.
Yeah.
All right. That you know, that's I guess that's the part that, you know, I hate saying that, man. But yeah, it's that whole clique. You know, and you know, like my man Gene said, man, you know, we're all in this together. I just feel like, you know, when we all put our hands to the plow, man, and actually, you know, help, you know, develop each other, you know, help keep each other encouraged, keep each other accountable, even outside of music.
Yes.
Outside of music. You know, I think, you know, we're living in that time now, man. You know, people are tired of church. People are tired of church. What we're really looking for, y'all, and I think that this is the whole point of the podcast, is that we're all searching for love. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're all searching to be close to something. You can tour, you can sell out, you can do albums, you can do singles, you can win awards. I got awards back in my room back there. But at the end of the day, where does that get you? You know what I'm saying? So this is why, you know, I'm trying to be more intentional about, you know, connecting with, you know, other musicians, to just bring that love and to bring that closeness, not just, you know, for us to network with each other and get put on shows and this, that, no. Like, we're having a relationship, and he spoke about social media. Social media has a lot of power, and it takes away the human touch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It takes away the human touch. It's just so much I could really say about that. But yeah, y'all, if y'all don't hear anything else that we're saying, y'all, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. I don't care if you don't read another scripture. I don't care. Just that one right there. God said, this is a new command. This is a new commandment that I give to you. You know what I'm saying? Love thy neighbor, love God. You know, then, you know, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So I'm really big on that, man. I mean, not just in musicianship or, you know, whatever. I'm like that in real life. I'm like that with my family. I will call my family. Anybody in my family will tell you. I will call, check in on my family multiple times throughout the day just to say I love you. I don't need anything. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what we're missing in church. It's one thing to have church family, but to have community is something altogether different. And so what we're doing, man, we're not just here to create content. We can do that at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like we could do that at the crib. You know what I'm saying? But we're all here because we're leaning to something, you know, that's different. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, do y'all have any other thoughts that y'all like to share?
No, I think you can give him some more time. Because
yeah. My bad. If I cut you off, man, my bad. I didn't mean to.
I'm pretty short-winded, man. That spoke it all, man.
That's it.
Yeah, the clicks can die.
Yeah. Let's do away with all that, man, because at the end of the day, man, it's like we're trying to reach the end goal. At the end of the day, we're not gonna go to heaven playing A flat. A flat is not gonna get you into heaven.
Yes,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I say, you know, love your neighbor as you love yourself, I'm real big on how I treat people. You know what I'm saying? That's what God is really looking at. He don't care nothing about how good you can record, how good you can sing, how well you can play, or, you know, how good you can preach. That is garbage.
Yeah, he cares.
That is garbage. Like, you know, with horrible character. If you don't know how to treat people, if you don't, you know, respect people, if you don't know how to honor people, I believe it's somewhere in the Bible now. Don't, you know, but it's like an annoying symbol. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all know that scripture or not, but it's like an annoying sound. Say it again.
Tinkling sound.
Yeah, it's like a tinkling. Like, you know, you can, you know, preach good, you sing good, you can play good, and you know, all of that. But you know, you mistreat people all the time. You know, you always late. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you always late. You know, you show up to choir rehearsal, don't even know the songs when they done sent you the songs 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So like, God is looking at your fruit, man. That's all I'm saying. God is looking at your fruit. I don't know if that's my, okay. Yeah. So God is looking at your fruit, man. And so, you know, I just feel like, you know, in my heart, man, you know, we just need to, we got to do better, y'all, in how we treat each other. Is my mic going in and out?
Yes. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We just need to do better, man. A better job. So, you know, what we're doing right here, man, on Musicians Night, we just pretty much, you know, just bringing back the love, bringing back the intentions of why we're doing what we're doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the gigs will come, the stage will come, the awards will come, the tours will come. Everything that we are slashing everybody's neck for, all of that things will come, man. As long as we seek ye first, the kingdom of God, then the blessings will be added. This is my way of seeking. Like having Musicians Night like this is my way of seeking ye first. Like, how can I seek to reach out to my brother? How can I, you know, seek to be a light or to be some form of encouragement for my brother, you know, that sits to the right and that sits behind me? That's what God is looking at, y'all. And this is why we're doing, you know, Musicians Nights like this, y'all. It's not just an open mic. It's not just, you know. But anyway, I feel like I talked so much. Anybody else got anything to say?
Oh, you ain't trying to say something though.
I mean, I kind of got confused in the sense of what he was talking about. So I don't know if like it's just like a question and answer type thing.
Oh no! I'm just asking if you had anything else that you wanted to, you know, add or, you know, or whatever.
I got one thing.
What's up?
So I feel like then one of the most important things, obviously, most important thing is keeping God first.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But like, it plays such a big part in being a musician that we don't know. Like reading your Bible and praying, you know, like living right. It comes across not only like how you treat people, but like how you play and everything. And I just feel like it's in a way underrated because we don't speak about it as much as we should. Like people be like, yo, you can play, you killing. But it's like, yo, I pray, I do these things.
Yeah, so consecration.
You know, it's like an anointing. It's not all me because I have the gift, but he gave me the gift. So
yeah,
I got to give him glory for giving me the gift because it's not really me. I feel like that's just something that we should keep in mind more.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all, keeping God first, man. Keeping God first. I like that. And another part that he was saying, you know, is just, you know, staying consecrated. You know, staying in your word. Stay in prayer. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, y'all, this is what we really need at the end of the day. You got anything else you want to add, my brother?
Oh, but I actually have a question. How can we fix that? Because in a way, I have a lot of issue right now with other musicians, but it's not in a bad way. For example, sometimes MDing with a bass player that doesn't know numbers. MDing with a drummer that really cannot really play. Or with a second keyboard player that busy, like on the second keys, for example. So how can I approach that without even hurt the person's feelings. Because sometimes, bro, I remember one time I had to play with somebody I met at the show or at the concert, but the guy couldn't play. Even if I, was trying to give him the numbers and stuff, he couldn't even follow. So, for example, how can we deal with that, as a musician, if I'm in a better level, compared to somebody else? So I'm asking, so how can I do that? Especially
you asking me or you asking anybody?
Everybody.
Oh, everybody. Okay.
Well, it's really up to them to do it.
Yeah.
You can show them, but if they don't adapt to it, then and that's something that's required.
Yeah.
Do you keep them on if you're trying to get to a certain level? I mean, it's kind of hard as a music director. You gotta lead them, but at the same time they have to follow. So, like me, I make requirements, and if it's a business, so it's a church or a ministry, yes, but it's also a business part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
So the musician, although we are on different levels, we have to meet somewhere.
That's why I would say meet them where they are, if you have the time to. So like if you get like a sound check and that something's not matching to where you want it to be, try to get with them on the side. Try to see how they learn, whether it be auditory, maybe it be kinesthetic or visual, something to give little beats for each song or each part or the parts that they are not like.
Yeah. So, but how about churches, like pastors? How can we actually tell them to deal with that? Because there's some pastors, after that Sunday, you fired. You're not coming back.
Yeah.
So how can we deal? Because me personally, when I first came to the U.S., I used to play for AME church. They were more about hymns. I could handle that because back in '80, we play hymns as well. But after that church, I went to a church that required me to back up a preacher, and I couldn't do that. But the good thing about it, at that time, they didn't have live streaming on Facebook, so the pastor was like, "Okay, that's fine. Just learn that." So, yeah. So he couldn't play at my level, but he knows some stuff. So he actually sent me some YouTube videos on how to actually learn certain chords and stuff. So how can a pastor or a church deal with a musician that cannot backing up a preacher and then that willing to learn? Can I fire that musician or give him some time to learn?
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something that I experienced, and we actually talked about this before y'all got here.
Yes, sir.
Man, I was I was filling in for this church here in Orlando, right? And it was maybe about a month. I was about a month in, let's just say. And so the pastor, he calls me in, for a meeting at his house. And so wait a minute. The Sunday that I went, the musician was there, because the musician, he was kind of like in and out, or whatever. So anyway, this particular Sunday, I saw the musician, and he said, "Man, I really love this ministry. I've been here for years." Now, the reason why he was in and out was because of his job, right? Because he was a manager, and manager is on site, is on call,
okay,
right? So he was telling me how much he loved the ministry. He had been there for years and stuff like that. And so I knew I had this meeting with this pastor the next day. And I show up to the meeting, and the pastor tried to put me over top the musician. He was like, "I'm gonna move the this is what he said. He said, "I'm gonna put the musician as second keys, and I want you as main keys because I like how you play for me."
That's crazy.
I said, "Wait a minute." When he said that, the first thing that my mind went to was, this musician just told me how much he loved your ministry.
Jesus.
He just told me how much, and I didn't even share this with the pastor. He don't even know The musician don't even know because I never said nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The musician was pouring out his heart. He had been there at least 3 years. He just told me the day before. He said, "Yo, I really love this ministry. You know, I this and I that." And he was just really like just things I've never heard a musician say. Because a lot of musicians, they at this church, they go to that church, they got to that. I mean, get your bag, but but it's like so it's like just hearing that from a musician who has been stable. I've never in my life, I was at this church, I was at that church, I was doing this, I was doing that. I was, just trying to be on every single scene. You know what I'm saying? And if I did gigs, I know I'm taking a side street, but if I did gigs, it was always outside of my obligations. So the fact that this musician was telling me how he was just, being sincere of how much he really loved the ministry that he was at, and the pastor tried to get rid of him pretty much behind his back. So this is what they did. Fast forward. This is what they did. I learned the songs that they was going to do. Now, I don't know if y'all use the calendar. It's some kind of calendar app or service app or some kind. You familiar with that?
Center.
Huh?
Planning Center.
Planning Center. Thank you. Yeah, Planning Center. Yeah, so they show, all the keys and, the schedule, the whole 9 yards. So I had went to the rehearsals. I was on time. I beat everybody there. I'm like anytime when I'm filling in for a church, I'm the first one there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at home this one day, man, and this just happened like 2023, towards the end of 23. So I done learned all the songs and stuff like that, the music or whatever. And the secretary calls me, and she was like, well, we're gonna bring on the musician. Like after I done put in all the work, learning 5-10 songs, So then watch this. Their way of getting rid of me was, oh, we don't like how you play now. Oh, this is what the pastor said. He says, because they like to do tracks and stuff like that, like we do. And he was like, you trying to hide underneath the track and trying to do this and trying to do. I was like, you was just trying to fire your musician. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, this is what I'm saying, y'all. I know we kind of like jump, but this is what I'm saying. Like, where the love at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the love at? Like, even though he said it was a business, but you really got people that rock with you for real, and never mind.
Bro.
Never mind. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't going, But that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. So I think his question was, how do we address, if we're trying to do business with you and you don't know the number system, how can you address or at least get the pastor to address the musician? I'm just gonna give you me, cause I'm a people person. I'm like, hey, bro, let me show you something real quick, man. Versus, man, you need to learn the number system, man. Cause every time I try to play with you, bro, you just, you know what I'm saying? So like, there's a difference. I think how you do it. I don't even think it really matters who it comes from, cause people don't even listen to God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think ways matter. You know what I mean? This is all love. Ways matter. You know what I'm saying? Like how you do it, the way you do it. Like the way I presented this gathering tonight, we all here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I thought we was gonna have a whole house, all of Orlando here. Everybody. Like, man, just hit me up for the next one. But how I did it, how I presented this night was what drew the people here. So I think that, like in your case, hey man, let me show you something, bro. So you remember we was playing that song, man, and I said, go to the one. This is what I meant right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like ways matter, like how you talk to people, how you treat, because people look at, okay, if I make a mistake, you got to think about you. If you make a mistake, how you want people to approach you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Like, how love thy neighbor as you love yourself. How do you want somebody to talk to you? Mm-hmm. How you want somebody to do business with you?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, Now, even though, my situation, that I had just mentioned, even though it still didn't work out in my favor, but I still believe that I did my part. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might not work in my favor, I still did my part, and God is going to honor that, whether the pastor do or not.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say this. This is something my mom and my grandmother, they say all the time. If it's not gonna matter in the next few seconds, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. So, but yeah, man, but that's one of the ways that, I would do it. I would approach it in that light. People are really just, because we don't know what's on that man's mind. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he's going through. We don't know what he's been through that week. We don't know. Yeah. So this is why, nights like these just, I can't stress it enough. Love, connection, love, connection. Then it'll come out in your playing. Then you're going to want to learn more. You know what I'm saying? That makes people want to come back. You know what I'm saying? Because they enjoy the experience. If you go out to a restaurant and, if the customer service was bad, guess what? You ain't going back. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and I know we're talking about music and stuff like that, but that's just, real life. You know what I mean? Reality. So yeah, man, that's how I would approach it. I'm sorry if I'm. That's good. So, last thing, you said that you were confused about something that I said. I don't want to ignore you. Did that help clear anything?
Kinda, but all right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it in a way where I guess I can kind of like meet you where you are. So, I am from the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when people say certain things like a clique or a group or something like that.
Okay.
I don't of course I don't bash it or anything because I know they exist and I know they, cuz I'm literally seeing them in other places. And this is an experience for me that I'm, just meeting you guys for the first time and I'm outside of the city right now. So seeing and hearing, the talent that I've heard in this room, which is amazing, I'm going to take that and bring it to the city. You see what I'm saying? And let them know, like, all right, this is how things are, going in, where are we, Winter Haven, right?
Haines City, yes,
Haines
sir.
City. Okay, see,
Polk County.
Okay, I know about Polk County. Okay, mesmerized, I know about that. But I'm saying it to say, like, all right, when you see those inner city groups and inner city people and those things and findings, sometimes it's a bubble. So with the bubble creates a one-track mindset. Like they understand that it exists, like those outer people exist, but because they're so focused on what's happening for them in the area that they're around, it's hard for people to acknowledge outside of the bubble, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you got like how you were saying you was in the Chicago suburbs, the people in the city, they got so much work coming at them, doing all the things and working and playing, and especially when there was no social media around. So it's everything word of mouth and whatever's in my apparatus, I'm gonna just go ahead and go off of. And even though I want to learn from, say if I was living in Chicago during your day, like Calvin Rogers is like light years away from me in a sense, even though he stayed 2 or 3 blocks up from me. You know what I'm saying? He can still impart knowledge to me and still impart things to me, but it would be a little bit, it'll be a little bit harder because of the bubble that he's in. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to penetrate that bubble, things like this is cool, but also knowing where to kind of like, pick your spots to do so. Because sometimes you may ask for the support or ask for the knowledge and help, and they might not have the time to do so. So don't ever just look at it like, okay, they're just locked in and they're always just, only picking them. It's just in that season or in that time, there's some things that's covering them. You see what I'm saying? While they're working. But when they're not working, everybody's down to earth. I'm just saying that for the city that I'm in Orlando.
Yeah.
Got you. I totally understand. I think that I feel like, there is definitely a big difference between people who are busy versus people who are gatekeepers.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm talking about the gatekeepers.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'm not talking about people who are just busy and, you know, and then again, I understand, you know, sometimes, you know, we do get frustrated sometimes, you know, the people who we do want the support from and stuff like that. It just doesn't happen that way all the time because of the work that's ahead of them. Okay. So, but what we're talking about are people who like to gatekeep. They don't want you. They don't really want to let you in for real because they know that you're gifted and they know that you got something and they know that you can bring something to the table that they can't bring themselves.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so, like, I think those are the people who we are, you know, addressing. And it's definitely, you know, no shade to nobody. We're not even talking about nobody in specific. You know, we're just talking about, you know, our experiences, our personal experiences and the things that we have endured in some of the ministries that we have covered. You know what I'm saying? And have been done wrong while we covered them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so yeah, I think that you know.
When you mention gatekeepers, that kind of I'm not saying it's a thin line, but it's a good line where you can kind of like differentiate the two. So that kind of helps clean it up. But even with gatekeepers, like I understand, like I don't want to be like devil's advocate.
No, you good, brother.
But I'm just saying, like, hear me out. Not saying like I think this way or anything like that. But there are some people, like you were saying earlier, like slash next for opportunities and things of that nature. Say like you're in a situation where you're competing, right, for a position. You don't know who your competition is, but you're doing everything in your power to get the position that you want because you need this for your family or you need this for, you know, to get to the next level, right? I wouldn't call you a gatekeeper if somebody is, you know, trying to learn from you and they're probably doing the same exact, you know, competing for that same position as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever been in an audition room and you about to go, you know, audition for a tour? Y'all got the same material, but somebody's gonna play it different. But while you doing that, like you can hear some people behind the door, or you can hear people like, you know, going over certain things in the practice room or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you say, "Show me this," and they like, "Nah, man, you got it." Like, bro, you can do it.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, like stuff like that. Yeah, like people who are people. We're talking about people who are committed to not wanting to help you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's who we're talking about. We're talking about those group of people, like people who are committed. That, like, for instance, like he was telling me, do you mind if I share? It ain't, you know. Okay, yeah. So he was just, you know, for instance, was trying to learn, you know, how to play certain chords or whatnot. So the person who he wanted to learn from did not want to show him how to play certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense now? Yeah. So we're talking about people like that.
And it wouldn't have.
Go ahead.
And it wouldn't have cost him nothing to teach him. That's the point.
Yeah.
But my mom was gonna pay him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's
I didn't know
crazy.
that. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
That's even worse.
You can lose an opportunity though,
Yeah.
attempting to do something to stretch out to help at times though too.
But that's not the point. That's not the, like, just like I said, like just like how I helped that ministry and how the pastor still turned around and fired me, the point that I covered you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the part that God honors. So whether if it works out in your favor or not, when you were trying to do your part.
Yeah, I feel like if you reach out to help somebody they obviously need your help, that opportunity that you may have missed, God will honor that because you're sharing your gift, you're sharing your knowledge. So maybe what you might think is a great opportunity you might have missed, he might have something greater for you just because of, you know, your mentorship. to somebody else. And that's part of like your character, like you were talking about. It's not always about what you do.
It's how you do it
behind your instrument.
Yeah,
you know, it's what you do off your instrument as well.
Integrity.
No, but the first thing is it's a gift. It's a gift. How come we keep saying that and then we don't want to help nobody?
We don't want to help nobody. That's the thing. Right.
But I have to say, it was a blessing that he didn't.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Because like, so two of the guys you probably heard of before. I'm not gonna say the name.
Of course.
But I don't sound like them. Part of me sounds like them because it's part of my culture.
Wow.
But it taught me to go, and I started listening to guys like Art Tatum. I started listening to Oscar Peterson. I started listening to George Duke.
Yeah.
You know, you just name them, and that kind of started shaping my sound. So I'm different. So I'm glad I didn't become a clone. Even though I wanted something, they dope.
Yeah,
dope.
absolutely.
Yeah, but I wanted that, but then it forced me to go and learn something else. It forced me to go a different route, and that took my path a different way. That makes sense to you.
That makes perfect sense.
That's a blessing.
It is a blessing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you good?
Oh yeah.
Okay, no, because I just like, because I mean, like, bro, like, this is what this is for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something that you know that you want more clarity on, you know, because I don't want you to feel any kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not lost or anything.
Okay.
It's just I was just trying to make sure I understand.
Yeah,
What
no,
you
good. You good.
And once you differentiated with
yeah, like, you know what that pose is for, like. Love thy neighbor. Like, no, watch this. Here's a point. Love thy neighbor, even in giving understanding. You see what I'm saying? Like, even in business, like he mentioned before. You know what I'm saying? Understand, like, even in my situation, understand it. So it's like we're sharing all of our experiences, man. You know what I'm saying? To share some light on it. You know, y'all, this is really good. I like this. Y'all good?
No, but question is, every subject or problem, is there any way to bring a solution to that?
Oh yeah.
Because in a way, I remember like bass player used to tune their bass in B, right? Regular B.
Yeah, standard.
4/5. Yeah, standard.
Yeah.
So now they all over the place. Some people tune like their bass in A, B flat, or somewhere else. I don't know. So now, can I share everything I know with somebody else, or should I like share certain stuff and then let them go ahead and have practice?
He just mentioned. He said it's a blessing, right? This is just me. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and then all the blessings shall be added. So, between me seeking and between me waiting on the blessing, I have to sow.
Yeah. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, of course, you would have to use discernment and wisdom in who you would sow into, as far as like how to tune certain things or whatnot. And again, it's not about what you say, and that's the thing. It's not about what you know. Like, cause people can have a lot of knowledge and just everything and be arrogant. You know what I'm saying? So even in all the knowledge you obtain and all the wisdom that you got, and you still got to do it in seed form. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in school, the teacher, they will make sure that you understand what it is that they're talking about in seed form. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I believe. You don't give away everything at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody goes on a date and gives away everything. Well, some
I got one thing.
Some of y'all do, but
I got one thing I want to say. So yeah, I would say for that, like he said, like teach them the basics, teach them like the foundation, and you might teach them some stuff you have, but it's like what Victor Wooten said, you know, the bass player Victor Wooten. He's like,
yeah.
you don't want to. I'm not gonna try to get you to play like me. Like, don't try to play like me. I want you to play like you, like the best version of you. So, like, I want you to find your sound. Don't try to sound like me. Yes. And that's Victor Wooten. So, if he's saying that, then that's like, that applies to everybody. So, yeah, I feel like just teaching the foundation, pour into them. If they want to learn something, cool. But, like, don't obviously not give them everything, because it's like, you want to find some stuff on your own, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, that's going to, the stuff that you find on your own creates your sound, and then it gives you, like, your own identity, your own confidence and stuff. So, yeah, that's what I got to say about it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I like what you said, man. I think nowadays everybody wants the cake, but nobody wants the ingredients.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the way that you sow, give the ingredients. There's a story, or you know, something that I've heard. Somebody had asked this man, how can I be successful? And I think the person said, you know, try to hold your breath underwater. Or it was something like that, hold your breath underwater or something like that, and see how bad you want to come up for air. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was something like, y'all know,
how bad you want to breathe is
how bad you want to, yeah. There you go. I hear these mics now. Okay. So yeah, so that there you go. So even though that didn't have anything to do with the question, apparently, you know, what that person, the advice that person gave was an ingredient. You know what I'm saying? You are as successful as bad as you want to breathe. That's like an ingredient to me. That's just how I see it. That's like, you know, so you said, how do you address, you know, again, certain musicians? Maybe the ingredient that they need is encouragement, because you see that they're trying to sound like something that they just cannot sound like. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes the ingredient might just be encouragement. It might not even be you showing them anything.
Yeah.
It might just be like, you know what, man, you know, I hear what you're doing, man, and I enjoy what you're doing. You know, keep doing what you're doing, but just know, man, you don't have to sound like me. Let me, you know, even me as an artist, people have told me for years that I sound like a certain artist, right? And so, you know, for years I've tried to, you know, find my own sound, find my own little niche. Like, how can I still be inspired and make the inspiration my own? Like, how can I take certain sounds and make it my own? How can I take, you know what I'm saying? So the encouragement was, for me, was when I went to North Carolina one time, y'all. I went to North Carolina, and this person told me, he was like, yo, don't be alarmed by that. Now, keep in mind, he didn't show me no chords. Mm-hmm. He didn't tell me what to do as an artist. He just said, don't allow discouragement to take over your heart, because what they are really doing is comparing you to greatness. That's what the engineer told me. Now, keep in mind, he didn't give me any advice on how I could be a better artist. Yeah. He didn't give me he didn't show me no chords. He didn't, you know, we didn't do nothing musically. All the ingredient was the encouragement that I needed. So sometimes all that's needed is the encouragement. You might not have to do anything. You might not have to, you know, sometimes all they need is encouragement.
Man, it's really a lot on us musicians, man.
No, it really is.
Yeah, because as of right now, you know, I do music production. There's certain sounds they're not gonna share with you.
Yeah.
So, like, I heard somebody say, like, the gospel industry, there's some gospel producer, they have a certain sound, they're not gonna share with nobody. Because that's how they make their money. So it's really a lot. Go ahead, bro.
Right. And to piggyback off what you were saying, that's kind of where I was at when, you know, I was trying to explain my piece of saying, like, all right, have you ever been in an audition room, or have you ever been in a position where you have to do something in order to feed your family, or you have to do something in order to make ends meet? Are you going to give someone else what you have? You know, are you going to give somebody else what you have in order for them to, you know, still go where you want them? You know, I'm not saying, excuse me, I'm sorry. You know, to still want yourself to go where you need to go, but still saying, all right, I'm going to give you a piece of me. And then they end up taking it and going further than where you even expected for yourself. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You know, that's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I guess for myself, I know who I am. And when I give my all or whatever, I get more. More comes to me for some reason. When I teach somebody something, you know, I get better.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, you know, to be able to push somebody forward is a blessing. To me, it is. It's just a blessing. You can push somebody forward and help them, and they might not look back at you. They might never, but I still know who I am, and I know what I'm capable of. You know, if you trust in God, I mean, that's all it is. Just trust God. He gonna take care of you in every aspect.
Yeah.
So if it's something that ain't out there for you and you don't get it, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I feel like faith has something to do with that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he asks, what is the solution? The solution is the piggyback of what he was saying. It's just to do your part. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether if they look back at you, whether if they call you back, whether if they or not, hey, I'm more blessed because I covered you. I'm more blessed because, you know, I did, you know, this assignment. The Bible says, man, any work that you do it as if you're doing it unto the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even if you're like playing at a church, subbing, whatever the case may be, any work that you do, it don't matter. Even if it's teaching somebody, any work, doing it as if you are doing it unto the Lord. So, I mean, I think the key thing is doing it unto the Lord. You know what I'm saying? If we keep getting disappointed because they don't call us back, they don't, who did you do it for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go back to the talents.
Understood.
The 5 talents.
The 5
Yeah,
talents,
yeah,
how they
yes.
buried the talents.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one that held on to it.
They held on to it.
You had
Yep.
to give it to the one that had the most.
So this is what we're saying, y'all. You know, as he said earlier, our faith, man, the love, our faith, all of these components, all of these ingredients. Can you play something? Just kind of help us. Just give us some closing music or something. We gonna wrap it up right here. So, but yeah, y'all. I just want us to get back with the main thing being the main thing, and I don't hear any.
Me too.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Yeah. I mean, you fixing this in post. For sure.
You can't hear it?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So while he's fixing that, but y'all listen, man. I want us to get back to the main thing being the main thing, which is God. So yeah, y'all. You know, as we were, you know, saying in the very beginning, man, you know, we need to get back to the main thing being the main thing, which is God. Just like my man right here said, you know, keep God first. When I keep God first, I know that I will never go without. I know I will never be depleted. You know what I'm saying? From how we treat people, from the things that we are sowing. None of this stuff, it might go unnoticed by man, but it will never go unnoticed by God. So even if they don't call us back, you know, even if they are, you know, clowning us and we done, you know, we were being more than a servant, you know, we done gave these people rides, we done fed them, we done did this, we done did that, you know. The point is not you being more to people, you know what I'm saying? The whole point is doing your part because God told you to do your part. for people, you know what I'm saying? But I do want you to use discernment and wisdom and be led by God in terms of what you are sowing. And remember, sowing is always in seed form. Sowing is always in seed form, you know what I'm saying? Don't give away everything. But y'all, listen. This has been good, y'all. I didn't know. This is our first time meeting each other. I didn't know what the outcome would be, but the outcome is just love. You know, I know we all got our different experiences and stuff like that we put on the table tonight, but this is what it looks like, and this is why I love it. This is what it looks like when we're trying to get the main thing to be the main thing. It looks messy. It looks like unorganized, and I love it. That's because to me, this is only God's way of showing us how far that we were drawn away from him. When everything just looks crazy and unorganized, and I don't this, and we got to get back to the Father, man. You know what I'm saying? And all that getting, get understanding, you know what I'm saying? Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So we trying to make the main thing, y'all, the main thing. And we do know, y'all, that all things do work together, even in the mess, even in the confusion, even in the I don't understand the vision or I don't understand. All things work together for good. You know what I'm saying? So tonight, this was, pretty much my way of just sow the seed. See who show up. You know what I'm saying? How can I, be a service? Can there be something that I can share that can, maybe open somebody's mind, open somebody's heart, open somebody's spirit, or whatever the case may be? We're serving. Serving is not, oh my gosh, serving is not all about playing at church. Serving is not always about playing behind your pastor or serving has nothing to do with church. Jesus was so God to the point to where, watch this, he washed his disciples' feet. God washed his disciples' feet. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even technically his job. You know what I'm saying? But he was so humble to the point, he's like, yo, man, I wash your feet, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling you to wash, somebody's feet, but what I am saying is, we got to be willing, man, to just be used by God. Even if that's giving somebody a ride, giving somebody a call, like, yo, bro, just letting you know I love you. Check on the good ones, bro. Check on your good ones. You know what I'm saying? So, but y'all, listen, y'all, I enjoyed tonight. And I pray and hope that there's something that, that was said and done and prayerfully, we could do, more of these things. I really enjoyed it. Did y'all enjoy it? All right. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, he did. So I mean, like, this could be the start of like a mini Bible study. This is what Bible study looks like to some people. Just like, yo, I'm just going through this. I've been through that. Like, yo, how can I do this? Or, how can I address it? This is like Bible study, right? It's not always, somebody preaching to you, This is like our musicians' Bible study, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, man, I enjoyed my time. Until next time, man, y'all be